All right, one last topic. Let's talk about something football related, the Cam Newton contract. The details of his incentives were reported today by Field Yates of ESPN.com. And it is clear, based upon the devices in that contract, for him to make the big money, relatively speaking, the $5.75 million in incentives, the boxes he has to check to make all those incentives and ultimately to make the full $7.5 million. If he does all those things, dresses for every game, participates in 90% or more of the offensive snaps, makes it to the playoffs, makes it to the Pro Bowl, becomes the Associated Press All-Pro quarterback, wins the Super Bowl, plays at least 50% of every game along the way, doesn't get a bye because you need 4 playoff games at 50% to get the full $1 million extra incentive at $250,000 a game, I believe, or maybe it's $500,000 a game. Regardless, we have the posted PFT that has all the details. Everything he has to do to get to $7.5 million, basically going to win the Super Bowl, and he's going to be the league MVP. And if they win the Super Bowl, good chance he's the Super Bowl MVP. And the end result is $7.5 million plus the ability of the Patriots to use the franchise tag on him for 20 at a minimum. At minimum, you're Cam Newton's agent. Don't you say, look, at least put a clause in here that if he gets $7 million, $7.5 million, $6.5 million, if he fulfills a certain number of these incentives, you won't tag him next year. Because that's the thing. If he has the kind of year that puts him in line for $7.5 million, he'd be the hottest commodity ever in free agency. You have the defending NFL MVP, Super Bowl champion, likely Super Bowl MVP, who's waltzing in free agency unfettered. Instead, franchise tag fully available. So, look, if they use the franchise tag, he gets, 27, 28, 29 million next year, although the salary cap may screw things up given the pandemic. I'd rather have a shot at the open market. And it just shows how little interest there was in Cam Newton, that offer was put out there and Cam Newton was willing to take it, because if he does all the things that get him to $7.5 million, it will be the best return on an investment for a sports contract in the history of sports, any kind of sport, because the Patriots will have bought a Super Bowl championship for $7.5 million.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.